It's Monday morning, we're gonna have some fun. It's Monday morning, we're gonna have some fun. It's April 19th, 2021. Welcome back, y'all. Glad you made it. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all safe and sound. Boys and girls, ladies and gents, it's another So production bringing you the heat from the six, bro. Hope you're all doing well wherever you are. It's turning up in here, dude. It's turning up. Let me get a sip of this coffee. Man, oh man, man or woman, doesn't matter. Hope you're all doing well. It's been a hell of a ride, man, and we've been having so much fun over the past weekend. Got a lot of work done. As you can see, it's up on the wall, dude. I posted it up for you so you can see it. What did I say? What did I say? Pace yourself, but also get down like James Brown, dude. That's what we did over the weekend. You know, I had, well, let's take it back. We talked about what we like to do, different things. We like to come in here, shoot the shiznit, sprinkle a little bit of comedy in there, talk about social issues, talk about personal issues, and every once in a while we like to display a little bit of art for you guys, because we like the arts and the farts, dude. That's what we're all about. And on the wall, right over here, you'll see a, I guess, what do you call that? It's a lizard? No, not a lizard. Do Enter the Dragon, dog. It's from the Blue Lotus. I promise. Well, I'm not gonna promise anything, but this probably will be my last homage to Tintin. Dude, this was a painting that I saw go up for sale, if I'm not mistaken, for $3 million, dude. And yeah, I wanted to do kind of like a homage or a replica. It really like popped out to me, and it just like grabbed my attention, and I wanted to make one for myself, dude. So I know this is a fugazi right here, but that's what we do, dude. We make art, we inspire, we get inspired, and we grow together. I hope you guys like it. And yeah, man, I think I'm done with you know what, man? I was gonna do the entire wall, and good thing I didn't, because that would have just taken way too long. And yeah, the thing with walls, especially in places that you rent, it doesn't feel that well, because they're like, you know, you never know when you might move or when whatever. You can't take that with you. And I'm like, can't take it, but whatever, man. We'll just use the canvas that we found. And also all my artwork, you guys, everything you see in the studio, it's all thanks to you guys, whoever's donating these beautiful canvases outside. Like I said, man, whenever I go for my little walks or hikes in the neighborhood, I like to just be on the lookout, see if I find any canvases that people have left out for donations. I pick them up, I come back, refurbish them, give them a nice coat, and then, you know, put them aside. And then whenever the ideas come to my head, I get inspired by something, boom, pop out another piece of artwork. Dude, I hope you guys like it, dude. To be honest with you, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, I'm looking at it. I've been looking at it since last night, and I hope you guys like it too, man. Yeah, this is called the clear line technique, if I'm not mistaken, basically. Very bold. And yeah, man, I really like it. It just pops. I don't know, the color combo is very simple. It's only black and red. And that's it, man. That is it. Hope you guys like it. But that's the thing, a lot of times, a lot of people like doing artwork, they like sketching, they like drawing, they like painting, they like doing so many different things, but they don't actually allow themselves, because they're like, man, I don't know how to draw, I don't know how to paint, I don't know how to sketch, I don't know how to do. And it's just like, man, so many people can, so many people are, and it's beautiful, man. All it takes literally is just like one line, dude. All it takes is one line. I'm not talking about code, dude. All it takes about practice, just takes one line, and it'll get you going, dude, legit. Try it out. Get a little pen and paper, get a little pencil, start sketching, start painting, start experimenting. It's so fun. I spent all of Saturday and Sunday neglecting my family, my baby. I don't have a baby, but if I had a baby, I would have definitely neglected the baby for the sake of the artwork. And you guys, of course, who comes first? You guys are the baby. Of course you guys come first, bro. Haha. Or something, dude. I don't know, but hypothetically speaking, if there was a baby, it'll definitely get in the way. Thank God there ain't no babies, dude. But I'm just saying, check that out, dude. Enjoy. Oh yeah. Hope you're all doing well, man. I'm in such a good mood. You know, as the more we do this together, thank you guys. Thank you if you're a long time listener and supporter of the show. Thank you very much. I love you watching you guys out there do your thing. And there's so many beautiful people out there doing amazing things. People that I've not even met in person, but I've come to know through Instagram, the YouTubes, the Patreons. Everybody's doing their beautiful things, dude. And anybody who I see that's doing cool things, I'll follow you, dude. I'll follow you, lady, whoever you are doing cool things. There's a ton of people that I've already made connections with all across the globe doing beautiful things, dude. Whether it's martial arts, you know what I'm talking about, you know who you are, dude. Kicking butt, taking names. Or whether it's creating art, whether it's singing, dance, whatever it is, man. I just like to be uplifting myself and uplifting others. And yeah, man, one way of doing it for me is trying to, wet my toes in the comedy pool, if you will, dude. So many things happen over this weekend, man. Let's first and foremost, yeah, I had a couple of weird dreams over this past weekend, man. I had a couple of weird dreams. One of them was, I believe, on Saturday night when I went to sleep, dude. I dreamt, I'm always constantly, like, when I'm on my own time, I'm writing, going out for walks, trying to, like, trying to place myself, trying to align myself, trying to get with, synchronize myself with the comedy world. And I'm constantly, like, thinking about, or at least telling myself that I'm, thinking about comedy, trying to write jokes, attempting. All right, that's all there is to it. We're attempting. But the other night, Saturday evening, I went to bed, as I normally do, in a horizontal fashion, because it'd be weird if you got into bed and, like, slept upright, unless you're like a vampire, dude, or a bat. Different story. We'll get into that another time. But I got onto my bed, did the whole horizontal thing, laid on my back, slept, and yeah, man. In the dream, I had a dream that I was in some sort of a venue or like a gala, if you will. I don't know what it was. It was some place with a bunch of my favorite comics, dude. With a bunch of my favorite comics and people that I look up to, people that hey man, hopefully one day get to work with. And they were just chit-chatting, and I was just amongst them in the background, kind of like doing my own thing, but it seemed like as if I belonged, but it was weird. It was my dream. I'm like, what the hell is happening here? Caught off guard, but all I hear is in the background mingles of, like, they were talking about all these comics right in my dream. I'm like, man, I'm here with these guys, and they're all talking about how they love entrances, and everybody's going about like they're waiting in arm in like a circle, just chit-chatting, drinking, eating hors d'oeuvres and everything, and they're like, yeah, we love entrances. And I'm just like, this makes no sense to me. And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm already there with them. I'm like, yeah, and I don't want to look like the odd duck, right? I'm just like, yeah, agreeing. I'm like, yeah, we totally love entrances. Weird, dude, weird. And that was one dream, but it was pleasant because it was just like, cool, man. You dream about it, you think about it, you work on it little by little. Who knows? A little bit of dreaming, a little bit of putting it onto paper, a little bit of verbalizing, a little bit of just trying, and who knows, man. It was a fun dream. It was weird, but whatever, man. It is what it is. You only got one life, and live it up to the fullest and bestest of your abilities, boys and girls. And that's what that was. It was just a nice dream. I don't know what to make of it, but what are dreams anyway, man? It's so weird that we sleep almost, what is it, like 1/3 of our life if you're sleeping 6 to 8 hours, dude. 1/3 if you're living up to 100, dude, you're sleeping around 33 years of your life. Jeez, a lot of dreams, dude. So what's real, what's fake, who knows. Anyways, got that over and done with. But over the weekend, as you might all notice, came in with a new hairdo. Wicca, 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 dude. It's so refreshing. Every summer or every spring, or at least every other summer or spring or whatever, I shave my head, dude, and it's so refreshing, and it's just like, it feels nice, it feels good. It was at that point where I'm always giving myself haircuts, guys. I've said this before, I've not paid for a haircut in a decade at least, bro. Maybe like one or two here and there, but like that was it. And the biggest reason for me is just like, I'm very peculiar and very like, no, not peculiar. I'm very just like specific about the way I like things to look or whatever. And when it comes to hair and aesthetics, and I know some of it may sound vain, but whatever, man. A little bit of just taking care of yourself is not a bad thing either. So that's the thing, man. I always notice when I go to the hairdresser or hair salon, I always tell them, like, can I get this? And I come out with a different haircut, have to come back and like just trim it, or like, and rarely ever have I ever had a hairdresser that I like really listen. You always tell them, please don't cut too much. They always cut too much, or like you show them a picture, it doesn't really look like the picture. And that's what it is. I started experimenting a long time ago. I gave myself haircuts, and Not too shabby, dude, not too shabby. Saved a ton of money over the decades. Also, got to learn kind of a technique for myself. But every spring or summer, I get in the mood of just like shaving it all off and starting from scratch. And it was around that time where it's been, haven't had even the opportunity to even wish to go to a hairdresser because most of these places are closed down. So I've just been, like a lot of you guys doing the whole home remedy, give yourself a haircut, don't get a haircut for like a year. And I was just starting to look a little bit, patchy, dude. I started off last year with a little faux hawk, a little mohawk, shave it off, get the sides clean, grow the back out, and these are all nice problems. I'm not complaining about anything. These are not complaints. I'm just letting you know where I am in life. But, I'm just at a point where I'm just like, what do we talk about? The past 2 weeks, we talked about patience. We talked about letting go. We talked about a lot of things, brand new beginnings. And yeah, man, a nice clean buzz cut will get you going for the summer. It's a beautiful haircut. I think both men and women can rock it. And world's your oyster, dude. No more slipping and sliding or getting tangled up in this place or that place, dude, with the wind blowing in your hair. You can just, glide or something. We're very aerodynamic at this point, so you know what I mean. Just traveling faster, saving time, dude. Yeah, no longer have to worry about for at least a couple of months putting anything in my hair, worrying about it. Just like, get out of the shower, towel dry it, and boom. Rob's your uncle, bro. We did it. We did it. Cheers, you guys. Lots of exciting things happening. Lots of exciting things are coming on the way, both on a personal level and on a societal level and on a collective. There's so many things going on, you guys. This past weekend, I had no idea. I forgot about it, to be honest. Even if I knew about it, I wouldn't have checked it out because it's just, meh, it was all right. I just saw the highlights. You know what I'm talking about, dude. Ben Askren versus Jake Paul. And saw the highlights, dude. And Ben Askren, dude, this guy's like a former Olympian. Here's the thing, man. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, dude. Any of these guys, I don't ever pretend to, I'm not an expert. I don't know how to fight. I don't know how to wrestle. I don't know how to box. I can, whatever. It is what it is. But that's the thing. I saw the highlights for a second. The moment it started, and when I saw Ben Askren in his trunks, dude, again, no disrespect, dude, but homie looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy, bro, with all the... I'm not making fun of anybody, but I'm just saying if you're like, competing on on some sort of an athletic level, and I don't know too much about Jake Paul. I know he used to be, I guess, like a YouTuber, whatever. Good for him. He's like changing lanes, getting into boxing, this, that. I admire hard work and dedication. I admire hard work and dedication, and it's cool, man, just to see people making waves and creating their own lane. So I admire that aspect of it. For me, I heard about it before, but it wasn't a fight that I was gonna check out, dude. But I just saw the initial second when he like rolled up on the YouTubes. I'm like just like looking at Ben. I'm like, dude, you don't look like you're in the best shape of your life right now. It's looking a little bit, wee bit chunky, my man. Wee bit chunky. I'm just saying. But what do I know? I'm not a fighter. I'm a spectator, and I like sports. Shout out to both of you guys, whatever, man, you did your thing, and who knows what's to come for you guys after, who knows what's to come for any of us after that, but that's the thing, you just keep trying, you just, don't listen to anybody, do what you want to do, and if, best of luck to anybody out there pursuing their dreams and passions, dude, that's all I'm saying. But in relation to topics of fighting and boxing and the UFC, dude, you know who's fighting this weekend, dog. You know who's fighting this weekend, man. I'm gonna have to find some way to watch this, dude. Everywhere's closed, dude. You can't even watch it at bars anymore. I'll figure something out. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll catch the highlights. Who knows? We'll definitely talk about it, but who's fighting, dude? Kamaru Usman, dude. Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal, dog. Again, I'm not a fighter, I'm a sports fan. It's incredible what these guys do. They're super athletes, and I'm excited, man. They're running it back, dude. They're running it back, dude. Jorge Masvidal versus Kamaru Usman, dude. Not gonna lie, I like to root for certain athletes, and it's just whether or not I like vibe with them, like, and I respect everybody, dude. On a professional level, I respect all, but if I had to choose between the two, and I'm sticking to my pick from the get-go, dude. I picked because I like his style. I like what he's doing. I don't care. I'm a fan of his work ethic, his style. Jorge Masvidal, I really thought he'd be able to take Usman on the first time they met. This time going in, you know what? It was last time he had what 6 days to prep, didn't get a full training camp. I think this time he'll come in way more prepared, and we'll actually see some. Last fight was pretty incredible too. I know. They got a whole lot of like ish talking going back and forth, but that's part of it. But these guys are just like top level, both of them. But between the two, if I had to pick, I'm rooting for my boy Jorge, dude. I want to see you do. Because it's exciting, and I hope you guys are excited too. UFC's a hell of a lot of fun, man. I've been watching on and off for many years, more so in the past year and a half, just because of the whole shift in like pandemics and entertainment and what's available, what's not available. And yeah, UFC's been doing a hell of a great job providing entertainment and sports. And yeah, there's definitely aspects of the sport that some may say is violent or reminiscent of the ways we treated each other back in the Colosseums with the swords and the lions and the whole thumbs going like this, dude. Was it this or this or this or that? You know what I'm talking about, dude. But it's all gooch because it's they decide to do it. It's a sport first of all, and it's an art, and they decide to do it. So that's the thing, and you take everything with its positives and negatives, and we can't just suppress that energy. Both men and women have a lot of we come from, because that's the thing, man. Life is all about survival and fighting, and we can't dismiss that aspect of it. I just like it to be, I like to see it in properly channeled ways. Like if you want to be doing fighting, do it in a professional manner, don't do it in the hood. If you want to be doing artwork, don't be taking a spray paint can and just going about like tagging random. Like I've been seeing a little bit of it here and there. I'm not too happy, you guys. Gotta be honest with you, boys. Not too happy. I'm back in the day when I was in, finishing up high school, going to university. The thought definitely occurred to me. I'm like, should I maybe grab a spray, because I like art, I like painting. Let's spice this place up. I thought to myself, let me grab a spray paint and do a little bit of tagging. Luckily, it was just the thought. I never actually followed through with it. And now, retrospectively looking at it, being a 31-year-old, I'm so glad I didn't waste anybody's time or energy, dude, putting up a stupid tag on some wall. Some people actually did that a few months ago, way back, probably around 6-7 months ago, when just, we were going around, the heavy doses of the lockdown here in Toronto, and some people like tagged my building, dog. And yeah, the management had to get out there. We had to, I guess, somehow, we pay for these, whether it's a residential building, we pay through from our rent money. Whether it's a public service building, we pay through our taxes. So it's just like, guys, I understand there's a lot, but that's the thing. Every time I do see little tags or spray paint, I'm like, man, so these are all potential wannabe artists, dude. And sometimes, here's the thing, when somebody gets commissioned to do a mural on a wall, beautiful, I love that. But if you're just taking a spray paint and you're just like, oh, let me just, like, no, don't do that, man. It doesn't look good. You're not doing anything. Put it on a canvas. Put it on put it on yourself. Do something positive with it so people can enjoy it. I don't want to see too much of that, because I've traveled to parts of the world where they've just let it go, and it's like, dude, as much as your city's lovely, I'm not even gonna name names. You know who you are out there, but you're dealing with a little bit of a graffiti problem, dog. But this is what I'm saying. People like art. People like creating. Perhaps we should channel and allocate ways of creating more art in proper ways, whatever forms of art it may be, dude. And art's essential too. Art's a hell of a lot of essential. Whether it's painting, whether it's music, whether it's dancing, whether it's comedy, whatever it is, everything's essential, and that's what I want to see. I do see. I guess that's maybe a little bit of, younger folks getting a little bit frustrated with all the lockdowns, this, and what do? You grab a can of spray paint, you let out some steam. Don't do that. Do it in a proper way, do it in a fun way, create something that's gonna last, or I don't know, to each their own. But that's the thing, I'm just like, looking back at myself, I'm glad I never did that. It is what it is. Oh man, it's such a beautiful day, you guys. It's going to be a great week. We're going to be getting up to more shenanigans and doing this and doing that. We're going to be going outside as it's getting warmer and warmer every day. We're still actually, Wednesday, although it may look a little bit sunny behind me, Wednesday we're going to be getting our, hopefully they're saying, dude, the weatherman saying we're going to be getting a last batch of snow, dude. If it snows, so be it. If it doesn't snow, bye-bye, dude. Peace out to winners. Let's bring on a full spring and then, go head first into summer or something, brothers and sisters. That's what I'm saying, dude. Enjoy your lives wherever you are. Get creative, do things that you like, and that's what I'm trying to do, man. It's what I'm trying to do. But definitely, I do want to be going outside and shooting some episodes amongst the people, if from a safe distance, of course, because nobody wants to, or whatever, man. I don't even care anymore. There's so much like nonsense going on with the news and the same old of the, the same rhetoric, the same discourse of the lockdowns, and we're. But this has been getting a lot of backlash, dude. It's been getting a lot of backlash. Just recently, I heard Ontario and Toronto cops are not going to be enforcing a lot of these mandates because they are people too. They don't want to be putting themselves up against the people, dude. Because why do we have cops in the first place? To serve and protect, dude. They don't want to be fighting randoms. They don't want to be telling you to put a mask on or stay like 3 or 6 feet apart. Got better things to do. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to anybody out there actually, taking control and, putting their foot down when it's required. Sometimes we need people right now to, act a little bit more accordingly and really realize that we've all got agency. You don't need to just follow, or because what happened in World War II, dude? What happened in World War II in like Nazi Germany and everything? A lot of people after it was all said and done, what did they say? We were just taking orders. We were just taking orders, dude. We were just taking orders, and that's what it is. I don't want you to just take orders. If something doesn't make sense, please speak out on whatever level and whichever realm you're in. Speak out. You shouldn't be punished for having an opinion. You shouldn't be held back or pushed away or ostracized, any of that stuff. You should be able to voice yourselves if it makes sense. And sometimes right now I'm seeing the worst examples being said by our leaders, and I'm not going to name names because I don't like scapegoating, dude. I don't like scapegoating, but I'm just saying better leadership would be highly appreciated. Mixed messages are not cool. You got to realize it's just, this is something that we may have to live with for a long time. So we can't just keep on going down this road. But people have been very patient. But also, you do see little bits of tension starting to bubble here and there, and it's like you see a little bit of it happening in this spot. You see a little bit of it, and if we continue down the same road, we're just going to create more problems and more social discontent. And I don't want to see that. You guys don't want to see that. We all want to be gooch, dude. We all want to be happy. We all want to be working, we all want to be busy, we all want to be tending to our loved ones, our family members. And a little bit right now, I just feel like the politicians, the people who have vested interests in the lockdowns being enhanced or going on for longer, like multinational or huge conglomerates that can afford it, like the Walmarts or the Amazons. And we like all these great companies too. Who are we kidding, dude? Sometimes Amazon is the best. Shout out to Uncle Bezos, but sometimes it's like, dude, you're not leaving any mom and pops behind. That's another story, dude, but things to, think about, because we can't just rely on mega corporations to run everything. That's where you're gonna, the pendulum's gonna swing all the way if it's gonna swing that way, and then we're gonna just not have any ingenuity, anything being innovative, anything being new, because that's what it is. The notion of the entrepreneurship, the notion of the, building something different, that comes from just individuals and collectives working together from grassroots and building something incredible. Large companies are cool too, but let's not have it just, catered so that they can survive and the little shops are just closing left, right, and center. That's not cool, man. I'm not cool with that. And I don't know what the remedy is anymore, but I do know that it's not going to be lockdowns. It's not just going to be wearing masks. We're going to have to start adapting new ways and, putting a little bit of responsibility back on the peeps. Is a little bit of personal responsibility. I've said it before. I've meant it, and I'm not dismissing anything. I want to be a little bit balanced. I want to be a little bit level-headed about this. Could we say by now, we could, safely say that if you're at risk, if you have, again, underlying health conditions, maybe take some precautionary measures, exercise, get out there, get some vitamin D, adjust your diet, do this, and that's just one example of it, but there's so many different ways we could be remedying this, but we're not hearing any sort of talk or discussion about anything else. All we're doing is just tackling it with lockdowns and more fear tactics, because that's all you hear in the news, man. I don't even listen, but every time I do glimpse over it or read a headline in an article, it's just the same fear tactics. Numbers this, numbers that, stats that. I'm like, are you guys even looking at the stats? Are we looking at are we even looking at the same stats? None of it makes sense anymore, and yeah, I'm not too happy with the leadership roles out there right now, but there's always time to, go skirt skirt and pull it back, dude. What happened here? That's the thing, dude. What happened to Ontario open for business, dude? What happened to Ontario? Here's the thing, if you're not from Toronto, if you're not from Ontario for that matter, on our license plates, on our cars, it says yours to discover, you know? Dougie Ford, you came in and said we're gonna change things up and we're gonna write on the back of the license plates open for business, dude, and nothing's open for business, dog. What's going on, man? What is going on? And that's the thing, man, it's not cool. But again, I'm not scapegoating anybody, I'm just saying we can probably pull things around and shift it in a manner that it's gonna benefit us in the long term. Like, we shouldn't just be looking at this and then yeah, let's get more discussions. Let's stop acting like big babies, because a lot of times I feel like now we've reached a point, like if anybody was to adjust their behavior or rhetoric or discourse or the ways that we're conducting ourselves, I think they're just maybe feeling a little bit pressure, because they may feel like, and this is my interpretation and my view of it, I may be completely wrong, but maybe they think that if they say or adjust their point of view, that they're going to be, getting the fingers pointed at them, and they're going to be just, looked at as if they've made a mistake. And that's the thing, I'm not saying we've made a mistake, but I'm not saying we made the best decision either, especially at this point. Initially going into the pandy, sure, lock it down, because if we think it's going to, knock down like 10% of population or whatever, let's do it. That's the thing. All these different vaccines right now coming out, you got different, that's the thing, man. I'm not going to get vaccinated because I just simply don't see it. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, dude. There's certain vaccines that have come out and it's been out there long enough for it to be tested with time and enough people to, but right now I just don't feel safe, and that's my body, it's my choice. And all these talks about vaccine passports, or you may potentially not be able to attend certain places these are all very discriminatory mandates. These are not wise decisions to be making, and this is not the way you want to lead down society, because this is just going to become another, we're already living, we're very much living, I guess you could call, we have the McDonaldization of society. What does that mean? You have certain standards. When you go to McDonald's, you get the same thing, so you're not disappointed. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but you know what you're getting. At another rate, we're also getting, maybe you can call it Uberification. You know what I'm talking about? Giving each other stars. Giving each other stars, you guys. Giving each other stars. I'll say it one more time, because we did that another point in our history, giving each other stars, and it didn't work out too well. For different reasons, obviously, but this whole, you know what I'm talking about? This whole notion of let's rate each other. To a certain degree, here's the thing. I know this is getting kind of off topic, but it's related, guys. We're going to be creating more and more of a world if we go down these paths of rating each other, giving each other stars, making each other live in a very controlled manner. Because as soon as you don't, tick one of those boxes, boom, there goes a star, or whatever the psychology maybe, or here you go, you have a star, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about? Grading each other on every little move. And that's how you lose the sense of uniqueness. That's how you lose interesting stuff about humanity. And sometimes it's good to have rules and regulations and certain things, but I don't think those, like I look at a place like China, I look at a place like Beijing, where they implemented it for a little bit. I'm not sure if it's still ongoing, I may be completely mistaken at this point, but at one point they were definitely, using cameras to ID people and to give them demerit points. For example, if you were to spit your gum out on the streets, boop, demerit point. If you were to cuss or something, and that's just an exaggeration, but you know what I'm talking about, that whole notion of way too much surveillance and a ranking system, or a system to just judge each other based on the littlest things, and giving each other, access to certain benefits if we behave in a particular manner, or an opposite, I guess you take away those rights and privileges if people don't live up to those expectations. So imagine, this is a slippery slope. This is what I'm saying. This is just an example of it. If we start asking for IDs, if we start asking places to check for people to be vaccinated, or these are not good things. These are just going to be a starting point to more and more restrictions on our movements. And that's the thing, man. If you're a business owner, I want individuals to voice their opinions, voice your concerns. We should be living with machines and technology in a symbiotic manner. That means having balance, not having us be the slaves to the machines. You know what I mean? It's crazy the way we sometimes go about living our lives, but I hope that we can, again, change the tide, steer in a different direction, start thinking in terms of long term and stop just looking at short term profits and what makes sense for the moment and our little family and our little bubble and our little interest groups. Let's start thinking collectively, and I think we're doing a great job. There's a ton of great stuff happening all the time. Beautiful people always. I hear great conversations. I hear that people are tired of the rat race. I hear that people do not want to be living in this over competitive world. I feel like we're reaching new levels, but it's going to take some time for it to evolve and actually take change in the way we go about living our lives. We're doing it together, boys and girls. All it takes is a little bit of effort and willingness from you guys, a little bit of willingness and effort from this guy right here and everybody else out there. Everybody. That's what I'm putting the onus on us, essentially, because we can't just sit back and be like, well, they suck at doing this or they're not good at that. We'll get involved. Whatever shape, way, or form you can, get involved and try to make you a better person, try to make your surroundings better, try to make your community better, and that's the way we get change going, I think, at least. I don't know, man. I don't know. All we can do is try a little bit. That's all there is to it, boys and girls. That's all there is to it. It's always, it's not that complicated. I don't know, sometimes I feel like the solutions are right there in front of us, but sometimes we look for the most complicated ways of solving things because we don't want to, we get all caught up in business and bureaucracy and we put on these nice suits and ties and go to our meetings and we don't actually get anything done. But at the same time, I do see younger generations. I have a lot of hope in the younger generations, dude, because I think there's going to be new ways of living. We don't need to constantly be living with this monopoly mindset. You know what I mean? It's good to get things, it's good to get things done, it's good to be productive, but there should definitely be a balance. Boys and girls, it's been a pleasure, and thank you guys for being a part of my journey and letting me be a part of yours, man. If you like these videos, go ahead and like them on Instagram. Go ahead and follow me on YouTube by searching Rob Sadri, and click on the link below my name on Instagram. Take yourself to Patreon if you'd like to support your way. There's 3 different tiers if you'd like to get involved. If you have any suggestions or ideas, write it out, make a video, do whatever you want to do. Let's collaborate, dog. Let's collaborate. I love you guys. We'll be back here again on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And what did we say in the past few weeks? Every once in a while, sprinkle a little bit of surprise sessions for you out there. Love you guys. Stay safe, everybody. Talk to y'all very soon. Peace out.